It's time to move up to the luxury of Long Ridge, a gated luxury community featuring beautiful landscaped grounds, pool, executive business center, and state-of-the-art fitness center. Each unit features 9-foot ceilings, ceiling fans, kitchen with microwave, utility room with washer and dryer, a garden tub in the back, walk-in closets, and a private patio or balcony for entertaining your guests. Explore living beyond the ordinary. Come home to Long Ridge Luxury Apartments, just off Sherwood, across from Piccadilly.
Louisiana's insurance agency since 1882. Wright and Percy.
Take your game to the next level with First Step for Energy. Hi folks, Coach Gail Hatch here to tell you about First Step for Energy, the amazing liquid multivitamin used by over 10,000 top NCAA athletes during training. If you're looking to improve your energy, results in the weight room, and overall health and performance, I recommend making First Step for Energy a part of your daily training. It's safe, tastes great, and has the right mix of vitamins to keep you in shape. Train hard and play harder with First Step for Energy. Call now.
The athlete relies on more than 400 bones and joints. And when they don't work together, you can trust one team that's equally committed to keeping you in the game. At the Bone and Joint Clinic of Baton Rouge, our dedicated sports medicine physicians work with athletes every day to make healing as painless and simple as possible. Because we know where you'd rather be.
76 afternoon naps, 11 uncommon colds, 19 forts, 6 spills, 3 cover-ups, 1 very special sofa.
Back with more Louisiana Football TV Magazine. Before I go to Coach Wayne Reese and Derek Dean from McDonough 35, I just want to mention the high school coaches in this state, the things they have to do besides teach, coach, practice, be a surrogate dad. You see these things when you go to practice. You know, I went to McDonough 35. I've been to several schools over the spring, and just giving you credit, and also Coach Wilson, the things that you have to do that you don't have to do to take care of these kids and try and get them scholarships and be there for them. I saw you drive the bus, Coach, with the equipment in it from the school. You drove it, and you had freshman kids pick the equipment up, showing them that, hey, you're going to start off taking the equipment in the bus with me. And then when you move up on the team, you're going to play for me maybe one day.
Well, you know, in our situation at McDonough 35, we doesn't have what they call a practice field. So that means we're bust every day, and we have to make things work. And our freshman guy does all the work. And in reality, in the final analysis, they're going to get a chance to play. Dean went through it, and everybody else. And you know, people has to understand that it just the coaching, the X's and O's is not everything about it. Coach Daggs and myself, you know, everybody had Martin Luther King Day off and stuff. We was meeting with players yesterday concerning their academics and everything, and the same thing that we went through with Dean and everybody else in high school. In high school, it takes a different thing. That's, you know, I have had opportunity to go to college, never wanted to do it because for some reason it doesn't really excite me that much as it's exciting to develop a high school football player.
And I want to mention, when I was at the school, you had these 2 twins that were 286 feet. They were 8th graders. He said, Lee, remember those 2 kids. And when I left the scene, you were on them. He said, pick those dummies up, put them in the truck. Get in, come on, let's go.
Well, we have to do that. We have to do that because the younger kids have to find themselves, and they have to be in a position where they will obey the things that you are set for, and the things that you try to arrange for them to be a better player, a better person, and stuff like that.
But I watched them, and they were astute watching you talk to them. I mean, they were right. They were respectful.
Yeah.
Seeing what you've done with the kids prior. I mean, like Nate Livings.
Yeah.
That's all I heard Nate talk about with the Cincinnati Bengals, Coach Reese.
Yeah. Well, Nate was same type person, the guy that worked hard. When I first got to Washington, Mary, this guy actually quit the team because the pressure from the family put on him. I went and talked to Nate, and I said, Nate, you have a future in this. And this guy came back and went high school All-American, went to LSU, had a great time at LSU. He's with the Bengals now, and he just recently re-signed to make him some good money coming up. And, it's just history with Nate and a whole lot of guys.
Now, Marshall Falk.
Yeah, Marshall was
Carver High School.
Yes.
No one wanted Marshall with San Diego State, right?
Right.
As a running back.
Right.
What was that story, Coach? And I know that
he
played DB some, but
everybody wanted him as a defensive back.
Yeah.
Everybody, if Marshall, I would say today, if Marshall had went to college and played, he would be the #1 pick. He was the #2 pick when he came out of San Diego. But the thing that in Marshall time, that everybody looked at him, and they always say the great speed guy, the skill guy, they would rather have defense. Marshall mind was set more on the offensive side of football. And all the guys that recruited him, San Diego was the only school that said they would give him a chance to be a running back. And, and I can remember just as good like it was yesterday, he called me one night, I think it was the third football game, he had set the college record at 400-some yards for carrying the football that night. Everything else was history.
That's when they had that tall Dan McGuire, that 6'8" quarterback.
Yes,
McGuire's brother.
So they was doing great things, and Marshall did great things. And next month, I got to go out in San Diego because they're gonna retire his jersey with the with a foundation that he been part of since he been playing football. So
now I remember when you were coaching at Marion, you were driving from New Orleans to Lake Charles.
Yeah, I never moved. From.
How did you do that, Coach?
It was easy. I got to the point. Like I told my wife, we talked about it, and I said, "Look, it's getting a little overwhelming here." And they said, "I need a break." And just so happened I was in an indoor track meet, and this lady came up, and I didn't know her from anybody. She said, "Look, I have a job opening at Washington, Mary. They pay good money, and we got great facilities, and blah blah." I said, "Well, I don't need a job," and I went back home. In some kind of way, she had gotten my number. My wife was a very religious person, and she was a very religious person. So from that conversation, that hit it off, and we went to look, and I moved. I worked at Washington, Mary, stayed in New Orleans, and they just had leeway that I would leave Lake Charles Thursday or Friday morning early, and I'll come back to New Orleans, and I'll stay till the weekend, and I'll leave and go back to Washington, Mary on Monday.
Amazing. We're going to come back, Coach, talk more about Derek Dean, his commitment to UL, some of your players, and also about recruiting. And we'll be back in just a moment on Louisiana Football TV Magazine.